Okay, this is my first video. How's everybody doing? My name is Michael Smith. I'm 42 years old. I served 16 years in prison in the state of Georgia. I went in as a teenager. I come home at 35 years old. I came home January of 2011. Took me about 4 months to get a job. Coming home, I had to make a huge transition. A transition that I really was not prepared for. I had no inkling of an idea that it was going to be this hard. I thought that I had it all figured out. I thought that the only thing that I needed to do was get out of prison and I could take it from there. Well, in a sense, I did, but oh man, without the help of my mom and my wife, man, I would have been totally lost. So the purpose of my videos will be to reach out to people because of social media. When I went into prison, there was no such thing as Facebook or YouTube, emails, Google. I didn't know what any of that was. When I went in, it was beepers. If you had a cell phone, man, you was like the man. You know, the people that had a cell phone with a Motorola backpack plug into the cigarette lighter type. I never owned one. When I came, and it's like when I come home, it's like everything is cell phone, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I don't even have an Instagram. I just learned, like, the past few years, man, I've really just learned how to like do emails and Facebook, the YouTube. Man, this world is just so advanced. You know, it's like you don't realize how advanced the world is because we're consumed by it every day. You know, we're part of every day. It's like you're just a part of the world's movement. But because I was trapped in a prison facility in atmosphere for 16 years, away from the technologies and away from people and civilization, I wasn't allowed to grow with it. I had to grow into it when I came home. And I was in my mid-30s. So, you know, it was challenging. You know, it's exciting. Man, it's exciting as hell because you can reach out to so many people, like in all parts of the world. Not just the United States, the world, through social media and through a computer. But the purpose of my videos, I published a book in 2016. I won't get into a lot of detail about the book right now. I'm not trying to market or promote my book. I'm not trying to create a YouTube channel so I can get book sales. I mean, I will touch base on it eventually in one of my videos because it's an accomplishment and it was something that I'm proud of. It's something that I created and I did. I accomplished it like self-published. I didn't have a big major company to pay me and take my story. Like every word in that book, I wrote every single word. And now what I'm going through now, I find myself talking to, you know, like, it's a lot of people that are not happy in this world. But it comes across to me as like simple, petty, small things. But I try to have an open mind because I know when I was in prison, I was in prison and my 16 years that I served was a complete struggle. You know, I like, even though I had an end date, the 16 years was like a struggle that, you know, I didn't think that I was going to be able to, mentally, I didn't think that I was going to be able to overcome. But as time grew, I become a part of, you know, a product of my environment. I got consumed by the prison system and, you know, went on with everyday life as a convict. Had a routine, you know, I'd work a detail, go to school, I'd work out, watch sports, play cards. It became my everyday life. It became the norm. And what society sees and would say, oh my God, like it was like normal in the prison system. So basically, like, it's like what I'm saying by that is your struggle is your struggle. So my 16 years was a struggle, but to this dude that's been locked up for 30 years and he may never come home because he's serving a life without parole sentence, wish that he had a 16-year sentence. Guys that were coming in had 3-year sentences. And I used to be like, you got 3 years, dude. Like, man, you going home. Like, it's 3 years, you're out of here. But 3 years to them was a long time because that was their 3 years. So that was their struggle. It's the same thing with drugs, gambling. It's our life, man. We get consumed with everyday struggle. You either work towards a goal to accomplish getting to a level that you want to be on, or you accept where you're at and you never grow, you never prosper, you just kind of stuck. So to all the teenagers and the younger generation that are out here, you know, that they have all these friends and all the homeboys, homegirls, that's my dog, you know. After you get out of high school, man, 90% of your friends, you all go separate ways once again, back into the world, college, military, some even go to prison. You continue to transition and change throughout life. You go from grade school, middle school, high school, to the real world, or college, or trade school, or military, prison, you know, whichever directions of life that we go. And we continue to make transitions from adulthood, some to parenthood, some to just different careers. You just have to. My thing is like, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect by no means, but I am a man that has been through the bottom to the top. I've been not through, but from. I've been from the bottom to the top. And it's easy to fall. You know, you could be at the top today and fall straight to the bottom, but you can't jump from the bottom to the top. It's a process. You have to walk and go through each step. You know, it's the same way with the drug addiction or gambling addiction, or, you know, if you're out here selling drugs, selling guns, selling cars, whatever you're doing to generating money, legally or illegal, you know, it's a hustle. But illegal, it's going to be repercussions. Sometimes it could be death, it could be prison. Just realize that everything that one goes through, man, like, I feel like I'm rambling on and on and on, man. I'm not going to start the video over. I'm all over the place. Let's just start with when I came home from prison. It took me 4 months to get a job. I started working for this company. I don't want to name them because I don't want to get sued. I don't know if they'll sue me. But I started working for this company and I was making $8 an hour. And I remember when I got that job, man, he asked me, why should I hire you? Because me being a convicted felon, man, nobody was giving me a chance. Nobody would talk to me. It was like, they didn't want to hear that. You know, as soon as they see that you coming home from prison, it was like everybody was on full alert. But I remember I called my mama, man. For the first time in 16 years, man, I felt some independence. I felt like I had really accomplished something. I cried. It was tears of joy, relief. $8 an hour. And I thought, like, man, I'm making money now. And I didn't realize that $8 an hour was like nothing. That ain't shit. It was a start, is what it was. So I guess you could say it wasn't nothing. It was a start, but no way was I going to be able to survive and do the things that I want to do off $8 an hour. So I worked, and within 6 months from working, I was lead technician. I was a driver, supervisor, had a company vehicle, and I had a four-man crew that worked up under me. And then I was up in Austell, Georgia, getting ready to turn into an inspection of a gas meter at a location up there that a guy come over the hill and he hit me in the rear end of my vehicle with his truck that left me with an injury that would put me out of work. I could no longer do the work. I had to have an artificial disc put in my neck. I had a bone fusion from my hip. and I was I was like really bad off for about 2 years. My wife, she supported us, worked, and took care of me. My mom, she helped me out, but I felt like I was right back into that. I didn't have anything. I wasn't gonna be shit. I wasn't gonna be able to do this. I was like, the world was tough, man. And in prison, it was just so much easier, because everything was just same. It was the same thing in and out every single day. And my wife, she was telling, she kept me focused a lot, and she was trying to take care of us, and she was like, everything's gonna get better, but I didn't really want to hear that it's gonna get better. But it did get better. I mean, we after I got well, I had my operations. I went through my physical therapist. We opened up a retail vape shop. That wasn't for me. We got out of that business and we opened up a parole consulting business. That business was for me and it still is for me, but the problem is, it's so many people that are incarcerated, and I'm so passionate about helping people that are in a struggle or financial bind. I can't help everybody financially, but I want to, and I can. But the reality is, I can't just take on, case after case after case after case, and I don't have any money or resources coming in. So, it's still a business that I'm interested in pursuing and maintaining. But right now, I just want to reach out to people like, the younger people that are in high schools getting ready to come into the real world, people that are in the prison systems, juvenile facilities. Everybody knows everybody. Somebody knows somebody that has somebody incarcerated. It's not like it was, maybe 20 years ago. It's more, our society is like it's a judgmental society, but we have a forgiving society. And I try to tell people that your presentation is everything. How you present yourself matters. And people will forgive you, but they'll never forget. People will forgive who you were, but they'll never forget who you were or how you were. So it's like you forgive but never forget type of scenario. I just want people to know that if it's always options. We're in the United States, and man, there's so many resources and there's so many options. We just have to be able to swallow our pride. You have to work for what you want. Nothing's gonna come for free. If you want to be sober, you got to work for being sober. If you want to make a lot of money and you want to be successful, you have to work at being successful and work toward getting a lot of money. Everybody can't be the next wide receiver or the next quarterback or the next point guard or the next guitarist or the next musician, artist. I mean, somebody's got to be that plumber. Somebody's got to be that electrician. Somebody has to be the mechanic. Everybody's not going to be a heart surgeon or, a brain surgeon. It's just we all have our role in this life. We have to figure out where we get in at and what we want. What do we want to do with our life? I want to leave behind a legacy behind that. I was here, but now I'm here, and being over here, I'm so much more at peace and so much happier. And I want to be able to share that joy with other people. I want other people to experience that joy. You can have your own joy and your own success, your own story, but you have to work for it. You have to put in work, man. You have to network. You have to reach out. You have to be genuine, man. Nobody wants to be fake. Everybody's real. Everybody's hard. Nobody wants to lose. Everybody wants to be a winner. But before you can appreciate being a winner, you have to know what it's like to be a loser. And I was a loser. And now I'm winning. I'm winning with me and my team. And my team is my wife and my kids and my mom and my brother and my family And my friends, the few that I don't have a whole lot of friends, but I do have a few. Um, that's my team. We're winning. We're winning because we're not in jail. We're not dead. We are winning because we are living a very simple life, a free life. This is the one thing that you have that is free. It's your life. It's free. But you only get one. You're only going to have one life. Um, you can't hit the pause button. You can't hit the rewind button. You can't fast forward it. Life is like what it is. But we don't want to wait until something tragic happens to us to realize just how precious our life is or how precious our loved one is. You know, don't wait until they're in that car accident laid up in an ICU unit or until they're OD'd and they're over here possibly dead or on life support or they've been diagnosed with cancer. My stepdad was diagnosed with cancer in February. And that was like out of nowhere. It just hit like we weren't even expecting that. And it's just another example of how one day life can be perfect and then the next day it's like your whole life is changed. It's like it's almost it can end at any given day. So what I'm saying is don't wait until something tragic happens or until it's too late to say, damn, I should have did it different. Because you can do it different. We have to help each other. We have to reach out. We have to try to embrace that person, man, that's going through the struggle. We have to be able to be there to give advice. You have to be able to accept what someone is telling you. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you're right. Like, I used to have a problem. I still do, I think. Like, my wife will tell me. She says I never give her any credit. But I can't give it all to her at one time, you know? She might take it for granted, you know what I mean? Now, she is like my best supporter. She's hell, man. Like, she really has supported me, loved me, respected me. She's educated me. She taught me how to be a husband, a man. She taught me how to value and appreciate her as my wife and as my woman, as my best friend. It's almost like everybody wants that relationship until you get the relationship and then you no longer care or treat the relationship the same. I still love my wife just like the first day that I met her on 285 in rush hour traffic. She thought I was pulling her over to ask her for directions, and I was flagging her down to tell her how beautiful she was. And, you know, that's how we met. And 7 years later, we're still together. And I still love her today, just like I did, you know, when we first met, man. More, actually. I appreciate her, I cherish her, I respect her. And that's what life is about, man. It's about growing, it's about growth. Transition. You have to make transition and changes. When you know, throughout our whole life, man, we've had to go from learning how to crawl, learning how to walk, learning how to talk, learning how to spell, learning how to jump, learning how to swing the bat or throw the ball or do a cartwheel. We've had to learn our whole life. And at 42 years old, I'm still learning. I'm still learning so much today. But I can tell you that there's going to be people that's probably going to critic, you know, the amount of time that I did in prison or what I was in prison for. And it was drug related. I've been stabbed in my face. I shot a man, killed, and it was drug related. I shot a guy, and I went to prison for manslaughter. But being where I'm at today, man, like, you know, I have that second chance in life, man. I'm not going to take it for granted. And I want to do everything that I can to try to influence and inspire you. That appreciate your family, appreciate yourself, man. And embrace the small things, the little things in life, man. It's just no price that you could put on freedom. And you know, the video, I've already been into this video for about 20 minutes. I'm probably fixing to go ahead and kind of cut this one short. I'm just really just introducing myself. I'm kind of like talking. I'm all over the place because there's so much that I want to share with you, and there's so much that I want to get into. But right now, I'm just trying to make this first video to get it kicked up off the ground. Hit that subscribe button for me, man, and subscribe to my channel. And we're gonna get into this, man. We're gonna get into some real serious conversations about everyday life. I'm not gonna be preaching. I'm not gonna be trying to, get on the religion or politics. It's just about everyday real life shit, man. I'm trying to keep you positive. I'm trying to be that person that, if you hear, I don't have every day ain't a good day for me. I have my bad days, but my good outweighs the bad. There's enough good that I can throw the bad and just sweep it to the side and just be like, you know what, that's petty shit. Life is good, man. We only have one, but I'll see you guys again soon. I'm gonna probably wait a few days, see how things pan out, and I'm gonna try to get the hang of getting this channel going, and let's try to make some changes, and let's try to be powerful influences within our homes and our communities, and with our our younger youth and the generation that's coming behind us. I appreciate you taking the time to even listen to the video. I know it's probably kind of long today, but give me a look, bear with me. I'm gonna make it better, and we're gonna get on some real everyday conversations. And like I say, I appreciate you, and we'll see you guys again. Take care.